Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But you look at this Bronco defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
Back on the field after a knee injury robbed him of his rookie season, but he showed a ton of promise in the limited sample size we saw of him during the preseason. Go back to the University of Michigan. You saw an accurate passer who ran the offense extremely well, but don't be fooled by that. He was never afraid to attack defenses with his arm, and he'll try to do the same here in the NFL.
And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Coverage by Terrion Arnold.
On play action, McCarthy. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And here's a give to Spears. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, the numbers for Spears on the ground a week ago. 14 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hand off to Spears. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders.
Now McCarthy. To the sideline and incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To the air with McCarthy. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. On 1st down, back to Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield off the play fake. A solid stiff arm. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. And the Raiders 1st down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Mike Green in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. McPherson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
McCarthy off the play fake. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. This crew against the pass issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go. Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is McCarthy. There's a short one to the tight end Johnson. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. In motion right goes Sutton. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. And now a run with Spears. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Mayfield to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good. Las Vegas, first down. A gain of 14. First down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. He found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Mayfield on play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Mayfield now. Hard throw, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Herbert powering up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Looking to throw McCarthy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. To throw, Mayfield. He'll dump this off to Achane. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Second down and 8. Mayfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Throwing, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Mayfield looks to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's McCarthy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On play action, now McCarthy. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. He'll take it at the 42. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he whips that one incomplete there. 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Pass caught. That's Golden. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Down to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On play action, McCarthy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
To the air with McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now McCarthy. They'll set up the screen for Spears. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a run by Spears. And boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. The Spears with another carry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, we want to run up the middle. They can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Mayfield now from the 50. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Taking a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the 1st half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
McCarthy off the play fake. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
They'll run with Spears. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is McCarthy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Up the middle, Achane. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mayfield on play action. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now Spears to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. In motion left goes Sutton. They'll fake the jet sweep here and go instead with Spears. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Right back to Spears. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down.
Spears is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
3rd and goal, McCarthy. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.J. McCarthy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? But oftentimes, if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Gets around him. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Mayfield and the offense now. Down 20-13, 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They set up the screen. Achane has it. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. That's taken in by Golden. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here's second down. Mayfield.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go.
Here's Baker. Over the middle, he's got Golden. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Mayfield.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Denver, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. A big your me click. What's up, Phony? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now. Turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this.